Everybody, Allison here with Southland Goldens. I'm here for our week 3 video of our Skye and Hank litter. So here with the 12 puppies. Still not a whole lot to see in my opinion, although we did have a big jump from last week, but all they really do is eat and sleep, and they are really good at it. Let me add, they are professional eaters and sleepers. But they have started to walk. We're kind of in the wobbly deer phase, is what I like to call it. I will show you, and you'll probably get to see some on your own. They get up, they try to walk, and they look like little baby deer. Their feet are wobbly, but it is not going to be long until they are up running. I can assure you, probably next video, they will be all over the place. They will be out of this whelping box. So a lot of changes to expect over the next 7 days. I really don't talk a lot about temperament right now. Like I said, we really try to touch more on that at week 4. The reason for that is because not a huge difference. You're going to see Miss Purple over here. There she goes. She's trying to walk. Well, she did a little scoot. But we've got Miss Yellow right here. This is Miss Purple. Oh, Miss Purple's on top. Miss Purple's on top of Miss Pink. Mr. Brown. Mr. Red. Miss White. Mr. Blue. Miss Khaki. I gotta reach over. Miss Light Blue. Miss Green. Mr. Black. And then our big old chunky monkey, Mr. Orange, right there in the front. So a couple things to go over. If you are just now joining the blog, welcome. Make sure you scroll down. I've already posted our supply recommendation. This includes the food that we feed. So the food we feed is called TLC pet food. It can only be ordered online. Your puppy will be eating the TLC whole life puppy food when they come home. So it's super important to go ahead and order this now, because it is, you can't buy it in the store. You've got to order it online. So make sure to go ahead and have that ordered. If you choose to change your puppy's food, that is fine, but we need to make sure we do that gradually. Do not bring them in and start them with a completely new food. You're asking for a very upset stomach. So if you do choose to change their food, what you want to do is you want to keep them on the food they're currently eating for at least 2 weeks, and then transition to 80% of what we feed, 20% of what you want to feed, and gradually switch them over. Again, really no need to change unless it's a personal preference. Where are you going? Oh, Miss Green. Look, there's all your friends. You will also see on the supply recommendation, there is a giant lamb chop toy that I recommend. It's a stuffed lamb chop. And a lot of people ask, why in the world? And here's a good example. These puppies are so used to sleeping on top of each other, next to each other, on top of each other in their pack. So what I recommend is buy the big lamb chop. We will send home a blanket that has the scent of their litter mates on it. And this just kind of helps those first couple of nights. Lay the blanket out, put the lamb chop on top, and you will see that more than likely your puppy is going to lay right there on top of the lamb chop, on top of the blanket that has the scent of their litter mates. It just kind of helps that transition from our home to your home. So I know it might seem silly, but I promise you it works. Another thing I want to touch base on, so we're at week 3. We start crate training all of our puppies at week 6. I am not big on, or actually I do not believe in, crating adult dogs. We do crate train puppies, and that is just for the potty training purpose. It teaches them to hold their potty. It helps the potty process move along quicker. So that is something we start at 6 weeks. You will see a crate is on our supply recommendation page. I recommend you go ahead and get a pretty decent sized crate, because they're going to grow quickly. But make sure you get one that has a divider. Make sure that you have one that you can move as your puppy continues to get bigger. So that is on there as well. If you have any questions about that, let me know. We will touch base more on that before your puppy goes home. Also, very durable toys. When your puppy comes home to you, they are in the fun teething phase. So don't buy the cheap toys that they can easily tear apart and digest some of the materials, and then we have issues. So spend the extra bucks, get the durable ones. I really like Kong brand toys. They're great. So there's a couple of different puzzles as well that are great for dogs. They're good we use them on rainy days when we're not able to take our pups in training for walks. We do puzzles. It kind of helps them to get some of that energy out. So a lot of that on our supply recommendation page, so do make sure you check it out. Another thing, if you're just now tuning in, so your puppy is going to get their first round of shots when they are with us. They are going to be due for their second round of shots on October the 7th, the week of October the 7th. So make sure that you go ahead, contact your vet and say, hey, I have a super adorable four-legged family member coming to join me, and I need to make that vet appointment for the second round of shots on October the 7th. Your puppy will be microchipped with an AKC Reunite microchip. All that information will be in their going home packet. I know a lot of this information I have talked about already in the weekly videos, but we have people that are just now tuning in, so I like to go ahead and make sure that I share it all with you. Yes. I like to treat this blog kind of like you've never had a dog before. So I know majority of you have had Goldens. This is your third, fourth, sometimes even fifth Golden. But still, I like to share all the information to make sure that everyone knows what to expect and to have, your home properly prepared and everything lined up for your new puppy. All right, so it is time to meet the pups. Again, we're going to pick them up. We're going to go over their weights. We're not touching base on temperament yet. That's next week. I promise, I promise, I promise it's going to get super entertaining. The week 4, 5, 6, and 7 videos are my favorite because they are like little puppies. They are up running around into everything. And week 7 with 12 puppies, ooh, we're going to have to get a bucket of popcorn because it's probably going to be a lengthy video. All right, so we're going to start with our ladies first. Hey, sweet girl. Okay. Again, we saw last week their eyes are open. So that happened around day 10. But this is Miss Purple, our big girl. She's 2 pounds. And do not forget that these pups started out a little bit smaller, and that's because there were 12 of them. That is not going to play a factor on their adult weight. They are going to catch up. So this is Miss Purple. Hey. Are you going to fall asleep? At 2 pounds. Show you her coat. Next in size, we have Miss Khaki. Hey, Miss Khaki. Miss Khaki is 1.7. So after Purple, our girls right there in the middle are all pretty close. Oh, you've got a little milk on your hair. Yeah, you do. It's Miss Khaki, 1.7. Also at 1.7 is Miss Light Blue. Miss Light Blue is 1.7 as well, a very light colored coat. So a way to look at their coat color, and we're going to touch base on that around week 6. Look at the color of their ears. Their ears is going to be the darkest part of their coat when they are an adult. So you're going to look at that ear, and that's going to kind of give you an idea of what their adult coat is going to look like. Ears are a little too small right now to see, but week 6 will be able to tell a big difference. So this is Miss Light Blue at 1.7. Miss Yellow over here all by yourself? I don't blame you. You stretch out better over there. Miss Yellow is 1.6. These girls are really close. 1.6 for Miss Yellow. Also at 1.6 is Miss Pink. I want you to just zoom in on Miss Pink right here. Look at this. Are you dreaming? Yeah. Are you chasing rabbits? Yeah. Okay. Miss Pink, I hate to wake you up. Miss Pink is 1.6. He's gonna fall right back asleep. Miss Pink, 1.6. Miss Green at the bottom of the pile right here. Sorry, Miss Purple, I gotta borrow your pillow. Just a second. Oh, you got Miss Green at 1.5. Miss Green at 1.5. And then our smallest girl, who looks pretty comfortable right now. I mean, she is, it's amazing how they sleep. It's just, they will be going, and then out. Our smallest girl is Miss White at 1.4. 1.4 for Miss White. I don't think, are you going to wake up? She said, no, I'm just going to sleep through this video. Miss White, 1.4. And now on for our big boys. I'm going to put Miss White right here next to Mr. Orange, just so you can see the difference in our smallest puppy versus our biggest puppy. So our big guy is Mr. Orange. Mr. Orange is 2.1, so really not that much bigger than Purple, but I have a feeling he is definitely going to be a big boy. Mr. Orange, our biggest boy, 2.1. I'm going to set him down so maybe you guys can see him walking. Come on, see if he'll walk back to his little friends. He might be too tired. Come on, you can do it. He's thinking about it. There he goes. The wobbly deer phase. Good boy. Look at him, he's standing up. And we're out. That was exhausting. 3 steps. All right, next in size is going to be Mr. Red. Mr. Red is 2 pounds on the dot. Mr. Red, 2 pounds. Very light colored coat as well. Mr. Black is 1.7. There's Mr. Black at 1.7. Not far behind is going to be Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is 1.6. And then our small boy is going to be Mr. Blue. And Mr. Blue is 1.5. 1.5 for Mr. Blue. Look at him, he's wide awake, aren't you? Yes, I am. I am wide awake. Let's see how long it takes him to fall asleep. I think he's going to be out in just a second. And just like that, we are sound asleep. His cute little face. This is Mr. Blue at 1.5. So that is all of Skye and Hank's puppies. Again, next week is when it's really going to start getting fun. One thing I do want to add is our going home date is going to be approaching quickly, September the 30th. So please let me know if you plan on picking up your puppy, or if you prefer someone to drive your puppy to you, or if you prefer to use our flight nanny service. All are super easy, and the way that they work is our flight nanny service, we fly in cabin with the puppy with us to an airport near you. We will send you a quote on what that costs. We will take care of making all the arrangements. We will make sure that we have the right carrier and the health certificates that are needed to fly. I get asked a lot, how do the puppies do on the plane? They do great. They sleep the entire way. The sound, the movement, everything puts them sound asleep. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. I'm happy to send you more information. If you are picking up your puppy, that's perfectly fine too. Let's go ahead and start picking out a date and time, just because with 12, it is going to be a lot going on, a lot trying to make sure that we got everyone the proper amount of time to come pick up, or the days to get the puppy to you. One thing I want to do before we end, you're going to get to hear them all whine a little bit, but I want to try to just spread them out so you guys can see everybody kind of get up and walk around because they're going to try to get back to each other. And I promise we're going to have a good nap after this. But look at Brown. There goes Brown. Just want you to see all of them. Everybody. We're sitting up like little puppies. Starting to move around like little puppies. It will not be long until we'll be running. Come on. Come on, guys. You see little Blue's thinking about it. They will all find their way back to their, look at Pink go. Go, Pink, go. Good. There goes Yellow. But I just wanted to show you that they are walking. It is going to fly by these next couple of weeks. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you're interested in a puppy from this litter, please reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions. We will see you all back here next week for our week 4 video.